Hey, how y'all doing out there today? Hey, this is Bobby B Jax with Blackview News, and I'm here today to talk to you today. My subject is going to be about the ADOS movement. You know, I've been looking around on the internet today, and I'm seeing some things that basically that are raising questions, and people are making the ADOS movement sound real complicated, and it's really not complicated. ADOS runs in parallel with a lot of different things, and the reason why I say that is because first most the ADOS speaks of American descendant of slaves. So no matter who you are, what religion you believe in, how much money you make, if you are a descendant of a slave, you are ADOS. Of an American slave, there were slaves all over the world, okay, during a certain time, and they were all the same people. You know what I'm saying? They were just spread all over the world. And what happens is, in America, the policies and the government laws reflect citizens of America, okay? So these ADOS members were in America, okay? Now, you had slaves in America, you had slaves everywhere. You had slaves in Haiti, you had slaves in Jamaica, you had slaves everywhere. But ADOS just speaks of the black slave in America. That's all it is. We happen to be on center stage, and we're talking about black slaves in America. If we were, I guess, in Jamaica, it would be JDOS, Jamaican descendants of slavery. This is all over the world. In fact, there are entities of people who are trying to gain reparations in their own countries for the slavery that they experienced, okay? The hardships that they experienced as a people that were enslaved. So it's nothing wrong with American descendants of slaves asking for reparations. There are other groups that see this as a slight, and that's just too damn tough, okay? Because guess what? We have a right to ask for those things that are owed to us, because we did physically, mentally, with the sweat on our backs, build this country. Just like you have Jews today. There are Jews today whose parents were affected by the Holocaust. Therefore, they're still moving that money forward, and they're still getting paid for the reparations for the wrongdoing that was done to theirs. Let's think about with the Japanese that were put in concentration camps in America. Same deal. It doesn't change. It's the same deal. They're trying to get reparations for their experience that they experienced during their times. And for you to say that you know, that's wrong, I mean, come on, man, get out of here. So here we are with ADOS. It's not about some lesbians. It's not about white supremacy. It's not about anything else. It's about those that recognize themselves as descendants of slavery getting reparations. Not only reparations, but banding together so that there are tangibles that are brought to the black community of where those descendants of slaves live. Now, don't get me wrong. My father is a descendant of a slave from West Virginia. My mother is from Central America. I'm still ADOS. I experienced what my father experienced. Okay? I didn't get no breaks. Nobody got breaks. I grew up in Washington, D.C., a city. I grew up in the outskirts of Prince George's County. Okay? I'm ADOS. It's just that simple. I tell my mother's side of the family all the time, you're not ADOS. When you got here, you came here, and it was a come up for you, and it's okay. It's you know, it's not a bad thing that we're saying here to get reparations for the original people of this country that did all kinds of backbreaking work and all kinds of killings and lynchings and all type of things. But what I find on the internet is all type of sarcasm and things labeling what ADOS is, and it's just really simple of what it is. They keep saying the same thing over and over. Not only that, to provide you with the data so you can see that you as a minority, descendants, aka African American, aka Negroes, I would say 80% are ADOS. There are some who parents migrated here and they lived among black people, okay, in America. They went to the same schools, they speak good English, all those things. These are the ones today, and not all of them, but these are the ones today who seem to have a problem with the ADOS agenda. And I mean, they feel left out, just feel harsh. But when you really look how things are set up, look at every year, every other group is identified and every other group receives what they should get. You know, the same thing, like I say, you have Chinatown, you have Little Italy, and these people don't complain whether they're Chinese or not Chinese. They all understand that though everybody in that area prospers. But for some reason, when I look, I see people, down in ADOS, these motherfuckers are lying. But what they don't reveal is who they really are. If you are a descendant of a slave, how does this bother you? This runs parallel with whatever the hell you got going on in your life. Okay, these are some people that's bringing some things to the forefront, basically saying that, hey, here is a people that have been damaged over a period of time in this country that we live in, who've paid the price. They should have reparations like all other groups should. And they're pushing this narrative forward. And what I don't understand is because we're pushing this narrative forward, you got other groups that want to break it down and call it all kind of other clown shit. I say like this: if you're not ADOS, go to your country and ask for reparations. Because 9 times out of 10, your people were enslaved too. But what I don't have a right to do is to go to your country to tell that group of people that they don't deserve what they deserve. I mean, it sounds harsh because we're singling out ourselves now, because we're saying, hey, we are this, we are identifying with who we are so that we can get what we're supposed to get. If you don't identify who you are and you have a whole bunch of other groups mixed in, this is what they call you, people of color. Negroes are not people of color, okay? We've been here for a long time, and we have paid the cost to be the boss. All those just look at Jim Crow, okay? Dogs being sick on us, civil rights movement. I didn't see no Jamaicans there. I didn't hear no Africans there. I mean, it probably were Africans there. I shouldn't say that. There probably were some Africans there. But this is not an offense to other groups. This is just about us. Put some money in our pockets. They take care of us, so that our future can live. But I find it really scary. I see other ADOS people. They don't even know they're ADOS, but they run around and they I guess they feeling hurt because we're singling out us over other groups. And they want to down talk the shit, call it all kind of other shit, and just making up shit. And when you get that, that's the reason why we can't move forward. That's the reason why we can't get what we need. Because other groups are constantly diluting the movement. Like Black Lives Matter. I don't have anything against it, but how can it succeed when you have white people in the crowd? I'm sorry. Come on. You have people out there that basically are not 100% for the agenda. You can't say what you need to say because there's a white face out there. And that's the same thing I'm saying right here. When you have immigrants and you have Russians that pass off as black people, they're not going to say what need to be said because they're not from here. They're going to say what they think should be said. They're going to go from how they're feeling, their own personal feelings. They're going to go from what they think, how they think an immigrant, someone coming here who should be thankful. That's how they're going to speak. They're not going to speak from the heart of someone that has witnessed the struggle and experienced the struggle in America. That's just like South Africa. You have people stealing farmland. I mean, how does it look for us to say they shouldn't get that land down there? And who are they to be asking for their land back? How do we look? We're foreigners. What if we went back there to South Africa and you have some Americans just saying, I don't think that's right. I They could care two pennies about what you think. You're not from there. For that matter, any other place. Go to any other country and tell their people how to live and say they shouldn't get this or get that. And I could be an immigrant too. Let's go to Egypt and there's some dark-skinned people like me and I just live among them, and then they see I speak perfect English and I'm telling them they shouldn't do what they need to do to better their people. He'll toss me out. Only in America is this allowed, where a black man can be destroyed. Now, I mean, ADOS cuts to the root of a lot of things. They speak on tangibles. Tangibles meaning what is there for us as a people. ADOS, descendant of slaves. What is there for us to prosper? What is there for us as far as protection? Everybody else is protected. Notice they kill ADOS in the street every day. They're not killing Jamaicans in the street. They're not killing Africans in the street. They're not killing Arabs in the street. They're killing ADOS in the street every day. So why should any other group have anything else to say about what we asked for? Stay in your lane. You shouldn't have anything to say about this at all. And I don't understand why this is so intimidating and so offensive to other groups. It just doesn't make any sense. And I see all types of crap out here. Basically, this is something other than what it is. It is what it is. It's what we're asking for. It's what's being put out there. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Once again, this is B-Jax with the Blackview News, and today I'm speaking on ADOS, and I feel like, the stuff I was reading today, it was personal attacks, bro. I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn. Like, we can't even code up to work together, but then again, it's not us coding up working together. There's people that's cloaked in as us. Okay, they look like us, got the same hair as us, because they are us. They're just not American descendants of slaves. Okay, and a lot of these foreigners have come here and have looked down on ADOS members for a long time, and so now there's a voice that's coming out with those people, and there's some people that don't think we're legitimate. Like, it's just like, let them be poor, let them be funky or whatever and shit. We ain't got to listen to what they talking about. But this is ADOS because people are linking in. ADOS people come from all different types of backgrounds: doctors, lawyers, IT workers, construction workers, restaurant workers. ADOS is all over the place. NFL players, NBA players. But all we're asking for is tangibles. We're asking for something to be brought to these people. What is it that's going to change about these people? And the more and more we ask these questions, what appears to be is that there's a certain group that doesn't want to see us offend, I guess, the dominant society. So they don't want to be pitched in as that or be treated as the degenerate people of the society, as they always have, to make themselves look like they were better than those that are already here. And a lot of those foreigners have prospered. In fact, you can look down any major street and see there's a foreigner that's selling to an ADOS member. And we're calling it out, man. And now that we're calling it out and we actually see it for what it is, because we have been able to label ourselves, categorize ourselves, and actually see ourselves as something different, pulling ourselves out of these other colluded groups that hold us down. And when I say that because, like, right now you have congressmen members talking about Greenpeace, man. People dying in the fucking street. They talking about the Green Deal and other shit to mix you up and keep you off of what you need. And guess what? They're minorities too, or so-called minorities too, for their group. But guess what? When we talk about DACA, we talk about immigration, we talk about any protection for Hispanics, they good to go with that. Like I said, my mother from Central America. But my father's ADOS, and I'm ADOS, and I'm here. So I just wanted to give that wrap on that. I didn't want this to go too long. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm just speaking out on how I see things as ADOS, how it runs parallel in your life. This is the number one common denominator that links us all together, regardless of your religion, regardless of your skin tone, regardless of anything. If you're a descendant of an American slave, we should be pushing together for protection, for tangibles and reparations. Tangibles meaning programs and any other thing that's going to assist us in recovering from the damages that have been brought to us or been inflicted upon us by this government, by this nation that we are a part of. Once again, this is B. Jax with the Blackview News. Thank you and have a good day.